Tonight with new beginnings. For years, Charlotte was one of the largest U.S. cities without a four-year medical school. That changed today as Wake Forest University School of Medicine's Charlotte campus welcomed its inaugural class of students. With the landmark moment, we have three things to know about the med school. Let's start with thing one here, how we got here. Well, bringing a medical school to Charlotte has been really years in the making, but this project started in 2019 when Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, and Wake Forest University announced they were coming together to build a Wake Forest Medical School of Medicine campus in Charlotte to accompany the existing campus they have in Winston-Salem. The Midtown Charlotte site, now known as the Pearl, was officially chosen in 2021.
Our students will be able to walk out of the school, cross the street, and be in CMC within 10 minutes time.
Leaders broke ground on the project in early 2023 with the Pearl Innovation District officially opening last month. The goal is for it to be a health innovation hub, housing the medical school and other medical businesses and startups. So not a thing two, what we know about the class of students who started there today. That information is really important because Wake Forest says historically about a third of students at its other med school stays in North Carolina after graduation, and most go on to practice where they trained. So some of the students who started there today could be your doctor in the future. According to Wake Forest University, the Charlotte class of 2029 is comprised of nearly 50 students. The average age of the class is 24, and a third of them are from right here in North Carolina.
These are students that know Charlotte, that are plugged into Charlotte, that are invested in North Carolina and have selected this campus to train here. We're bringing students into this first-year class from the United States and from outside the United States, from here in North Carolina and from many states, throughout the country, but also different walks of life.
Yeah, and finally now to thing three, where do things go from here, you're wondering? Well, the medical school expects enrollment to increase to 100 students per class over the next 5 years. As far as the Pearl Innovation District goes, things there are only just beginning. The next phase of the project will include the construction of a hotel and multifamily housing. A groundbreaking on that hotel is set for the fall. Coming up next here on Your Side.